Okay, in this video I want to show you how to use the if logical function. So the if logical function is where you tell a spreadsheet or you tell a cell to look somewhere else within the data and look at certain criteria. And if the criteria is met, then you want the outcome message to say one thing. If the criteria message is not met, then you want it to say something else. So we're going to be on the fees tab where we're collecting student fees, our class fees, and our field trip money. And what I want to do over here is in column L, it says is account paid up to date. So I'm going to do an if statement in here so that it starts looking and telling me if student fees are up to date or not. So in order to do that, I'm going to click in my first cell. I'm going to type equal if, and so that's starting the actual function, and then I'm going to start parentheses. So if equals parentheses, and you can look right below now and it'll tell you it's going to want a logical test, and then a value if true, and a value if not true. And what you'll see is it says logical test, comma. So the first thing we're going to put in is our logical test, and as soon as I put comma, it's going to bump over to what the value will be if it's true. So my logical test, I'm going to say if column F says or is equal to 2750, so I'll put equal to 2750. I'm going to use my comma, and now you see that now it has it bold where it says value if true. If that's true, I want it to say paid in full. Now when you're using if statements, you have to use quotation marks when you want it to actually say something. Otherwise it's not going to read it. So the quotation marks are going to be very important. So I'm going to tell it if it's true, please say paid in full. And as soon as I hit my comma, now it makes it bold where it says value if false. If my column F does not have 2750, I want it to say balance due. So I'm going to say quotation marks, balance due in quotation marks. And now I have to close my parentheses to show that I have finished out my if statement. So if this says 2750, as soon as I hit enter, this should say paid in full. So I'll hit enter, and it says paid in full. So now I'm going to copy that down all the way to my last student, and there you have all the if statements to see, and you can see where it says balance due. If I follow that over here, that's where it's $10 and $20, so it is calculating the right way and reading the true and the false in my if statements.